Now, Bill, when you spoke the other day about your relation to truth and to Jean Klein when you were his student, were you encouraging dedication and perseverance, or you're simply describing how one fellow you could do nothing but be single-minded? It's both. I'm doing both. I mean, these are not mutually exclusive aspects of it. And then he asked, did you have to encourage yourself, prioritize, discipline yourself, or was it all just a snowball rolling downhill? In hindsight, it's just a snowball rolling downhill, but sometimes it looked like I had to encourage myself, but it came always from my innermost freedom. Whatever I decided to do always came from this love for the truth, for this enthusiasm. So in fact, it was not experienced inwardly as discipline. Perhaps for other people, for my parents, for instance, they thought I was crazy. Now, there is something I wanted to add to the question about, and I don't know really how to add it. I felt that my answer to the question of Georges was not complete. Although true that the priority should be with the truth, that's the most important, and that we should save ourselves before trying to save others. We should find happiness for ourselves before trying to make others happy. That's very important. But there are other elements to it. And one is the question of a vocation. If we are a truth seeker, it is not, being a truth seeker is not inconsistent with having a job, being active in the world. On the contrary, what we learn in satsang or during retreats, then during our being in the world periods, we can apply it. And in this way, we implement our understanding of the truth much faster. And so it's this back and forth between satsang and the world and the activities in the world is very important. Now, for those who have a job, you can have a job which is purely economical because you need to make a living to survive. Or you can have a job which is a vocation, something you do with joy, with enthusiasm. And I am the last one who would try to detract one from a job they do with enthusiasm, for whom it's a vocation. So I think that was a part of my answer that was not complete, because I may have given the impression that one who would be, let's say, working out of enthusiasm, out of a vocation, with Doctors Without Borders or some organization or this type, should leave the organization and instead do something else. No, that's not at all what I meant. But what I meant is something else. What I meant is if one would postpone being on the path to save himself or herself from misery, arguing that it's more important to save others from their misery before they save themselves. And they would go and do all kinds of political work, activist work, social work in lieu in French, in lieu of seeking the truth. That would be misguided. That would be in fact an escape from the truth. So I think that has to be, I hope I was clear this time.